Hi, I'm Pop Tart.
And I'm Miss Tonin, and welcome to Quarantine Time
with
Pop
and Sarah.
Aww. Hey Hens, welcome back to Tea Time. Once again, we are joined by ex-girlfriend. And on this episode, we are going to talk about music, because who better to talk about music with than ex?
Music makes a blah 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 and sends Cynthia Fontaine home. So X knows music because she's been to Download Festival.
And played Download Festival.
Oh yeah, sorry, she's not just been there like, hey up, she's actually been on the stage.
Hey up.
Hey up, I love, Miss X knows her music. I screech some LaRue songs occasionally, so I sort of know music.
And I sing in the shower. Stop calling me Russell.
And Sarah does Gemma Collins mixes.
Fact.
It's going really well so far. Annabelle.
Stop it.
So basically, I asked these lovely ladies to go through their music and say what their top favourite. I can't speak. And ask what their top 5 favourite ever songs were. And also, we're going to look at a 2019 most played to see what mess is on there. Because I tell you what, there's Fast Food Rockers on mine, so we're in for a treat. I performed as Ronald McDonald at one of the events.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a banquet thing. I was literally serving people as Ronald McDonald and eating leftover food. I was having a great time. And I got paid 25 quid to do that. I'm alright with that one.
Hell yeah.
I'll take it. So, X, we'll start with you. What's your top 5 favourite ever songs from 5th to first? And tell us why.
Oh, okay, I could go in forever on these. So, my 5th top song ever is Weak by Skunk Anansie. It is a beautiful, political, aggressive, black power song. And I fucking love it. Her voice, Skin, the lead singer, her voice is just next level. She has so much power behind it. She's a very, very powerful, bold woman. And I had the pleasure of seeing them play a couple of times. I went with my mum once because my mum loves them too.
Love that.
Yeah. So my mum saw him supporting Bon Jovi 20 years ago. And I saw him at Download 10 years ago. And she was like, oh my God, Skunk Anansie. And so we went to go see him together last year.
My God.
That's tea.
Hot topic as well. She was on The Masked Singer, I'm pretty sure.
She was the duck. I never watched that show before, but someone said, I think Skin is on Masked Singer. So I watched it. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely her.
Rock and roll, baby.
Tea.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love her so much. But yeah, that's my 5th top song ever. So number 4 is World Away by Tonight Alive. They are an Australian band. And Jenna, the lead singer, her voice is one of my favourites. And the song is just about feeling that energy. It's very spiritual. It's very very vegan. It's the best way I could describe it. It's a very vegan song. It's all about good energy and just feeling the pain from the past and making something from that and opening new doors with it. And it's very, very good. It was I was a big fan of them anyway when they used to just do pop punk, but when they changed to that, something really clicked to me, and I was like, okay, I'm actually really digging what these guys are doing. So yeah, that's my number 4. Number 3 is a fairly new song. It is Pure Love by Hayley Williams.
Hey.
From her new solo album. It's purely just because it's a bop. Every song on the album is a bop, but her voice, particularly on that song, is she's like Mariah Carey in it, and it's great. So
when she because it sort of came out of nowhere as well, that album, and the first song she released was Simmer, yeah. And I was writing Hush at the time, this my final degree show, and it just something in it clicked with me, and I was like, I have to use this in the show.
Yeah.
Because the way that it starts, that electronic and the humming is so sort of out there. And then she released the whole album, Petals for Armour, and it's all I listened to for like a month straight. Every song is a bop.
Yeah, 100%.
I live for her. Such a great choice.
When she did a song with B.O.B.
Yeah.
In the night sky.
She did.
That was a
2010.
bop though.
It was actually. Did you enjoy it?
2010, gee.
Oh yes.
Because
I
she
saw
did.
them on.
No, sorry, go on.
When Paramore were on tour that year, they brought B.O.B. with them as the opening act, and like they did Aeroplanes every night. So I saw them like 4 times on that tour.
God, 2010 though, like think back to that time. That's like when Far East Movement were about. R.I.P. Far East Movement, 2011 to 2011. Like, you know, good songs, but that's it.
Yeah, no, just beautiful feminine rage turning into beauty and love. It's a great album, a very feminist album. So yeah, I would definitely recommend everyone listen to it. So my second favorite song of all time is "Beautiful with You" by Hailstorm. It's a bit of a change on the album it's on. The rest of it is very like, but this song is like really stunning. Her voice is like, again, most of this is just because it's a girl with a nice voice. But yeah, no, Lizzie's lyrics and Lizzie's voice in that song, just like they give me goosebumps every single time. And I know it's definitely going to be a song that's at my wedding. And yeah,
cute.
Yeah, I absolutely love that song so much. I'm definitely going to do a lip sync to it at some point as well, because just the high notes in it, I can already feel the gay tears like of joy. It's going to be amazing. So that's my second, and then my top favorite song of all time is "Ignorance" by Paramore.
Good show.
Literally, since that album came out, that's when me as I am now like really started emerging.
Yeah.
Like I was a big fan of them anyway, and then Brand New Eyes came out, and I heard "Ignorance," and I was just like, wow, like I can feel like how visceral this song is.
Yeah.
And like the energy behind it, and I was just like, wow, no, I know I'm gonna be stuck with this for the rest of my life now. It's in every playlist I ever make. Like I've got a playlist that's basically Chromatica and Ignorance. Like it's in every playlist I make.
I love that. I love that.
I love the word visceral as well. It's like the Countdown Dictionary corner. I'm like, oh, look at you. Like,
I'm trying to make it seem like I can talk, but I really can't. I did pre-think what I was going to say.
Hey Hens, Tonin here. Just a quick note to say that we did originally include little clips of the music, but YouTube banned us worldwide, so they've had to be removed. If you do want to check out X's, Pop's and mine favourite songs, check the description below and there is a link to our Spotify playlist. Thanks Hens, love you, bye!
But yeah, that's my top 5.
That's all really all very like rock, but also like, you know, like really eclectic in terms of what each one means, and also like just is you can tell you're influenced by all of that. Like, literally, you look like Pat Benatar. Like that's what I was trying to play. Is who you look like, Pat Benatar.
That's totally like one of the inspos for like how I look in drag. 100%.
So Sarah, what are your top 5 favourite songs?
Okay, so this has been really difficult because I have such a wide range of music. Like I love classical music from like game soundtracks to rock to anything. Like one of my favourite songs of all time is "Difference for Darkness" from the ODST Halo soundtrack, which is so sad, and I'm so happy that I'm saying this with X because X knows it. But I can listen to that. I literally want that at my funeral. But I picked my top 5. At 5, Last Hope, Paramore.
So there's a lot of Paramore going on at the moment. I'm not surprised.
But it has to be the live version. I think the live version is better than the recorded version. Sorry.
I agree.
And that song, like lyrically and everything, has gotten me through so many tough times that it has to be up there. Love it. Brilliant song.
So good.
4th, The Pretty Reckless, My Medicine.
See,
I love the Pretty Reckless. Like, it was a toss up between Just Tonight and My Medicine. Like, I was like, which one? But My Medicine, being Serotonin, have to. Third is Break Your Heart Again by Phineas, which is Billie Eilish's brother. And I don't know why, but I love depressing music. I live for it. I love it. And it's such a sad song. It's so sad, but lyrically, and it's just beautiful. Second has to be Fleetwood Mac's Seven Wonders.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what my life would be without that song. Like, number one favorite song of all time, and nobody's gonna get this, but Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin.
Wow.
I thought you put that on there, to be honest with you.
It is my favorite song of all time. It's just, I don't know why, but I think the first time I heard that was when I was about 10, because I was brought up on Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac, Pet Shop Boys, that sort of era of music. Even the Carpenters, like, I was brought up with that. Such different, like, proper music, like, and Stairway to Heaven, I think the first time that I listened to it, I just didn't move. It was the first song that I just sat and listened to the song, so it will always have a special place up there. Number one, 100%.
Hey everyone, Serotonin here again. As we were banned for including little clips of music, we have decided to remove that and have me talk over it for some fun reason. So hello, these are my top 5 favourite songs. Enjoy!
You guys have gone very sort of like rocky and kind of like, mine's kind of sort of what you'd expect from me. It's quite, electronic pop. But speaking of Pet Shop Boys, number 5, It's a Sin, Pet Shop Boys.
T.
Like, I have always loved the Pet Shop Boys. Like, when my dad, I have such an eclectic music taste because my dad raised us in all sorts of listening to people like Garbage, Blondie, 10cc.
Yes.
Anything from even Pet Shop Boys, Lady Gaga, all sorts of Killers. So I like a lot of things, but It's a Sin just speaks to me a lot. Like, I think it's just the kind of like the outlandish nature and the kind of, he's obviously referencing his own kind of like upbringing. It's such a powerful song and also a bop, and like the live performances are out of this world.
T. I do love the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh, the T. The number 4 is possibly is the top band on my list and is my favourite band ever. I've seen them live as well and unbelievable. And The Killers, Dustland Fairy Tale. The Killers, to me, I've just been like, I've listened to them all my life. I absolutely love them. And they were an experience seeing live. Like, that was the best thing I've ever seen live, was Dustland Fairy Tale when they did it. And I listened to that album on repeat, like that and Human and like This Is Your Life, all sorts. Like, I listened to all of it, hun. Like, I don't even mind hearing Mr. Brightside for the 50th time at the end of a night anymore, because I'm just like, I love the Killers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with that, So, number 3, and Sarah is going to love this one.
Please.
Heartbreak Make Me a Dancer, Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
I live for Sophie Ellis-Bextor. If we did top 5 artists, she would have been up there.
Yeah, see, like, I've seen quite a lot of people laughing about it. I've seen Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
I nearly got to see Paramore at Leeds Festival, but no one else wanted to go. I was like, loser friends.
I wish I'd known you then, because I would have run with you.
Like, none of them wanted to go and see him because they were hungover, so that's fair enough. But I was like, I really wanted to see him, but never mind. Is what it is. But Sophie Ellis-Bextor, that song, I remember seeing it on this, like, when the BBC tried to do like all those variety shows in like, the late 2000s, and it just didn't work at all. Like, she performed on that and had like, it just looked iconic. My number 2 is from a very underrated album. It's Venus by Lady Gaga. This song literally was like, whenever I listen to it, I feel like I can just float around the room and do whatever. Like, it's just ethereal, I would say.
It's
Like,
literally, it's in my top played playlist. Like, the whole album is phenomenal, but Venus is like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
It's
Venus
so
and
good.
GUI for me from that
Yeah,
album.
Those in that order, like, you have to listen to them like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I
agree there, Pop.
I honestly love it. And then my number one is a song that has been my favourite ever song for quite a while and will probably always be that way. It's Take It Off by Kesha. Like,
I
that
knew
song-
you'd have Kesha in there
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah. I mean, it was a toss-up of putting Praying up there as well, and all sorts of other songs, like Boots as well is a really good song. But Take It Off, like, it's an electro banger, and it's literally my sort of ideal sort of song. I wish I could sing it, and if I ever get like a vocoder or something, I will. It's like, I'm like, we're in the glory. Like, it's iconic, and Kesha is iconic. She's my favourite artist ever.
Don't worry, this is the last time you're going to hear my voice. These are Pop's top 5 favourite songs of all time. And don't forget that if you check the description, you can click the link and follow through to our Spotify playlist where all of our favourite songs are on there and also ones that we didn't mention. So check it out, Hens. Love you.
I wish we'd done top 5 artists because, like,
Yeah, why didn't we do that?
can we do it
Yeah,
now? Let's do it now.
We'll do the playlist, we'll do top 5 artists. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So top 5 artists. I'm gonna, just off the top of my head, Marina and the Diamonds,
Okay, that's what they're
because I've seen her live twice, and it's just stunning. That's the only word for it is stunning. So Marina and the Diamonds, London Grammar, huge fan of them. And my dad got me onto, like, me and my dad have the same music taste. Like, he'll listen to such. He told me about Marina. He told me about London Grammar. So it has to be up there. I have to say, I have become a really big fan of Billie Eilish lately. More and because when Bury a Friend was like really popular, I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, I don't give a shit. Like, she's just whispering. But now, like, honestly, that is genuinely how I felt. Like, I was like, all she's doing is going, oh, na, na. And I was like, oh, come on, love. Like, it's not that bad. And then, but the more I've listened to her, I love her. I have to. So Marina, London Grammar, Billie Eilish. I have to say Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. And it's really, I know not a lot of people like her, but I watched her Netflix documentary and it really changed my opinion of her as a person and the shit that females go through in the music industry. And I think she's an incredible songwriter. I really do. And I think her latest album is amazing. And then I'd have to say, lastly, it has to be Paramore / Hayley Williams. Like, that's top 5.
For me, I guess, well, I mean, Marina has to be on there too. Sophia Ellis Bextor, obviously. The Killers. And then two, like, even though my favourite songs are up there, my favourite artists aren't necessarily that, because Muse, love Muse, like, which is probably not what you'd expect from me necessarily. Like,
I wouldn't at all. I wouldn't have expected that, but like, good on you for really enjoying Muse because they are phenomenal.
Absolution and Black Holes and Revelations are two of my favourite ever albums, to be honest. Absolution particularly. And then one of my favourite ones, which mainly because the front woman, and also I love all of their albums and songs, Garbage. Love
Oh, hell yeah.
They're tea. You know, before Paramore headlined at Leeds Festival 2014, they were the only other female-fronted band to headline Leeds and Reading Festival.
That's tea.
Trailblazers.
Absolutely crazy.
Whereas
Literally.
some people are just like, Clean Bandit, just
Whereas me, like one day I'm like, all I want to listen to is Eliza Doolittle, and then like, and the next day I'm like, let's put on some Marina and London Grammar, and how about a little bit of like Blur and Oasis? Like, it's so different.
A little bit of Lily Allen, you know, spice it up.
T.
X, what are
your top five albums or artists? Sorry.
Artists, yeah. So No Doubt, definitely. Slash Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Just everything to me. Everything. Like, that's what I would like. My mum like brought me up on like the ladies, so a lot of No Doubt and like TLC and stuff like that. So that's like what I got brought up on. So yeah, No Doubt, 100%. Oh my god, this is so hard on the spot.
Yeah.
Bjork.
Yes. Oh, I love Bjork. My mum hates Bjork, but my dad would always play it because he knows it annoys my mum. So all the time we would have "It's Quiet." You know, this is like "It's so quiet."
Oh yeah.
My mum detests that song with a passion, but my dad would put every single speaker on in the house and just play it over and over again. Love Bjork. What a choice.
Literally, like, I can't believe I didn't put Hyper Ballad in my top 5. Like, now I'm thinking about it because it's like one of my favorite songs of all time. But, these things happen. And then, this is so difficult. Hailstorm.
Yeah.
Definitely Hailstorm. They're a newer edition, but literally just since seeing them at Download last year, so I persuaded my boyfriend to come to Download with me when he hadn't heard of any of the bands. And I persuaded him by showing him Hailstorm. I was like, right, I know he likes girl singers. I'm just going to show him Hailstorm and he's going to think that that's the whole festival. And it worked. But literally, like, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Hailstorm, 2 left. Oh my god, 2 left.
It's hard.
Diane Wood, probably.
Diane Wood.
Yeah. Diane Wood, 100%.
They're literally, I saw them at Leeds Festival 2014. I'm not shitting you. On the outside, there was like 20 people laid out whited, like, because
I'm not surprised.
Rap Brain, like, I love them, they were great.
I saw them at Download last year, and like, it was finally my time to see them. And they literally came on stage and they were just like, we don't know why the fuck we're here. Like, why do you metalhead?
Love that.
But it was probably, I would say, the best set of the whole festival that year.
Nice.
It was so good.
I need to put on Babies on Fire at some point.
I'm like, I've got my Yolandi wig ready. I just need to buy some more black contact lenses. So, but yeah, because
Poppy's literally jizzing himself right now. Like,
the taste jumped out, my love.
I absolutely love them. But then my obvious favorite is the same, Paramore and Hayley Williams. Like, Hayley Williams saved my life.
Yeah, literally.
I got a Paramore tattoo when I was 15. Like, my other 15-year-old friend did me a Paramore tattoo when I was 15. Yeah,
they've done such great songs.
Yeah, they are.
Musically, it's like they've grown up with me. So when I needed that angst and that teen rage, Riot was there. And when I needed that, like, I don't know if what I know is the right thing anymore and whether the people around me are the right people, there was Brand New Eyes. And then there was I'm going to experiment and have fun with the self-titled album. And then this, like, feminine rage album with After Laughter of, like, breaking up and, like, being divorced and, like, figuring out your mental health. Like, it's always just been exactly where I needed it to be in my life. And then even Hayley's solo album now, not so much the first songs of, like, anger, but the beautiful, like, love songs at the end is, like, very much where I'm at right now. So yeah, forever all-time favorites.
I think that's such a true telling of a good artist when you can pick a song and it doesn't matter what part of your life you're in, you can put it to your life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like me and another artist that I should have mentioned, Sia. Big Sia fan. And I remember, and this is probably going to bring the mood down of the episode, but when that song was out, or like around that time, my dad had prostate cancer, and I listened to that song, and it was like a really good sort of like time to listen to it. Like, it was really amazing song.
I completely agree with that. It's like when I was like 15 when my mum was diagnosed with breast cancer. And music has always been that sort of constant in my life that has always been the thing that I turn to. And I think people forget that with music is that there's so much power in music.
Oh, yeah.
And when people say, oh, it helped me get out of a bad spot, I don't think people realise how much effect music has on someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not just this thing that we dance to in the club. There's like Paramore Last Hope has pulled me from the bridge so many times. London Grammar has always been that artist that's been there that like seems to fit with my life. Marina was after the diagnosis of my mum was the first time that I felt happy was listening to her music. So like I completely get it. Like it's not bringing it down because that's what music does to you.
Yeah,
exactly. Absolutely. I think that's a good point to finish on, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much for joining us again, X.
Absolutely my pleasure.
The taste trampolined out with your music.
You got the gold medal, I tell you that right now.
Like facts. Do you know what we should do? We should create a little tea time Spotify playlist, and we put all of our songs into it that are our tops, our favourites, even ones that we've not mentioned, and we'll put the link to that in the description of this video. That's tea.
That's
very tea.
We will do that. But yes, thank you for watching and thank you for joining us, X.
Thank you for joining us, X. Thank you for watching, love. See you soon.
Love you. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god, Pop, tell X about that time that you thought I was your sister.
Right, so it was my birthday last year, and me and Nath Cattle, bless his soul, like we'd just come in from a Leeds night out and Russell had already gone to bed, and we went into my spare room in the house that I was in at the time, and I was like, Nath was like, oh my god, there's someone in your bed, it's burglars, and I went, Jenny, is that you? And it was like, it's me!
I could hear them making so much noise, and Nath had to share the bed with me. And I just woke up, I turned around, I went, it's me, you fucking idiots, get in the bed and shut up. He thought they were being burgled.
I was like, I just moved in. Like,
My gosh, that's so funny.
Such a joke.
The amount of shenanigans, like when we go on nights out again, X, hun, you're gonna get into some mess with us. Like,
Tea.
So we've done it once. We've done one night out. And
Yeah.
It wasn't even because you were DJing.
Yeah, I was working. You were both of you were performing. So it wasn't really a night out. We need a night out where we're not in drag and we can get absolutely wasted.
I know. I mean, it doesn't stop us anyway. So basically, what we're going to do is, I've asked you both. Well, Sarah's not necessarily done it, but that doesn't surprise me because she half-asses everything, like 3 degrees.
What are you on about?
Have you done the list?
What list?
Top 5 list.
Yes!
Good. Anyway.
I'm scrolling through my Spotify and I didn't mention REM. I'm sorry, I love REM. Like, I can't. I have such a weird music taste. There's so many different bands. Like,
this is the issue with us because we all like such like eclectic things. It's like, oh my god, wait, that isn't my top 5. This is my.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult because they're just like they're so interchangeable depending on like your mood.